welcome to Quackalope. Thank you for being here. Shira is under the impression that we are all going to die. We're all going to die.
Yeah.
This is the episode where we all die.
We're fighting the nemesis. We're fighting the Butcher. He is our first nemesis in this campaign. And I've experienced him before. He's deadly, and I'm taking out babies. Jesse's taking out people who he's very attached to.
I'm bringing out our very, very important. We have invested going out. We have expendable going out. Our nominated scout Sullen is going to be out there on the battlefront, and Shira.
I'm bringing out babies. I'm bringing out Passive, who has no hunt experience and is a pacifist, so can't do anything until she gets frenzied and dreamy, and. The Butcher has a card that says Dreaded Trophies. He's gonna collect us.
We're gonna die.
Your
face off.
Yeah, we're dying.
But stretch it over a nice lantern.
Good. I always wanted to be
that
a lantern.
way you always shine.
Shine bright like a diamond.
Okay, like always, we're gonna update you on our characters, on the gear we're building, on what in the world's happening in this campaign. There is a lot of stuff happening here in Kingdom Death with the Gambler's Chest mixed in. A lot of little mitigating things to the point where I am taking notes in a full notebook for each character to make sure that we can double check rules and break things down. I am sure we will miss things along the way.
Oh, we do, every time.
The reality of this is that in Kingdom Death, especially mid-game to advanced gameplay, you miss things in favor of yourself and you miss things against yourself. And the game is so brutal that that's kind of okay. It's the nature of it. I am sure there's going to be people letting you know some of the mistakes we've made down below. We'll be reading those over as well, so in future gameplays we'll get more things correct. But I think more than anything, the Gambler's Chest is designed to be a 4-player or 5-player version of Kingdom Death. The original game, running 2 characters, was really good and fine. Here, I only really want my brain to be focused heavily on one character and their narrative and their pathway.
Yeah, and all their disorders and all their knowledges and philosophies.
Ramithra, the other Kingdom Death content creator out there who's live streaming right now, is running the entire game on his own. With a chat, though. He's live streaming, so the chat's interactive, but he's running all 4 characters. Every session...
He's doing the Dreamkeepers campaign?
Every session's like 4.5, 5 hours long.
Yeah.
It has to be, I think, because he's checking every mitigation.
Yeah, it's insane. All right, shall we say what we bought?
Yeah, let's go over this. So, stuff we've invested in. We turned some nice pink flesh into rawhide pants for Shira because...
I now have a complete rawhide armor set, and so I'll get +1 to every location, and when I do a survival action, I will roll 1d10. If it's greater or equal to 6, I'll get a survival back.
She's gonna keep her survival. Rawhide armor is really, really nice. There is some arguments to be had to build a second set of rawhide gear. We might consider that if we're not able to get to the crockery gear fast enough. We also built 2 more Monster Grease tokens because...
the Smog Singers ate them all. We cannot take out consumables with them.
The Smog Singers basically licked off all of our gear, including our lovely eye.
Yeah. Our croc eyes. They were great.
Croc eyes would have been very nice to still have. We're actually keeping a pair of vocal cords and a broken lantern because that'll help us build the croc daggers or the throwing darts. We're building another set of bandages because it's always nice to have with the Butcher. We're building another skull helm because it's always nice to have with the Butcher. And then finally... we are going to be innovating because we want to see if we can buff our stats a little bit more.
We're going to be saving, I believe, a couple resources for the next time, which I went
over those. Yeah, I went over those. The reality is right now, I don't really want to go hunt the Singers that much more.
I love hunting them. They're so easy.
I want to double down on the Crimson Croc. I want to get the Crimson Croc armor. They gave us a lot of flesh, a lot of organs. I felt uncomfortable the entire time I was fighting them. I'm not opposed to doing it again, but I don't know. I'm skeptical as to their overall usefulness.
I think their armor might be pretty cool. It does have high
Did you look at it closely? What's it do?
There's harmonies, I think, and ballads that you can sing with their armor, and so I'm interested in trying to do that. We shall see. We are going to be innovating. So we have a skull in our settlement resources. We'll be spending that alongside the wild resource and the singing tongue. Yep.
In order to go ahead and grab some innovation cards. We did go ahead and add the hovel. So I'm just going to throw these towards you. Fun. 1, 2, 3, 4. Because we have slightly different sleeves and the backs of the cards are slightly different colors, we have to be careful to make sure we randomize them and we don't cheat by pulling only new stuff. What are our options? Read over them.
All right. We have storytelling, which is an education symposium consequence and increases the survival limit. We can spend 2 tokens to innovate there with story time. If we got an 8+, we would get white speaker.
That is sometimes good, sometimes terrible.
All departing survivors would gain +3 insanity and gain 1 understanding. So that's storytelling. Partnership is a hovel consequence. Two endeavors would nominate 2 survivors. They pair off and each gains partner. A survivor may be nominated for partnership once in a lifetime. When you both arrive, you gain survival up to the limit. And partners may only nominate each other for intimacy. When they die, the remaining partner gains a random disorder and loses the ability.
I don't think we need people to be married at the moment. I don't know about you, but our settlement doesn't feel like it's at that point.
Drums is a music language consequence. You can innovate bone beats, select 1, you drum alone. Rhythmic trance, you can either gain +2 insanity, +2 survival, or gain rhythm chaser fighting art or synchronized strike secret fighting art.
So rhythm chaser, I believe, works with musical instruments. Synchronized strike is when you're on the other side of each other.
Okay.
It'd be an interesting one actually to use with something like rolling dive because you can position a little bit more tactfully then.
Scarification is a faith inner lantern consequence. You can innovate initiation once per lifetime, gain 1 courage, roll the hit location die. You either get blinded, tough, destroyed genitals, a gambler's scar, or roll 1d10 on 6+, you lose some toes and -1 permanent movement. I don't really like that one.
Scarification can do some really cool things though over time.
I'm not leaning towards any of them.
You think storyteller?
Yeah.
It's going to up our survival buff. That'll put us at minimum of 6, right?
Yep.
And we could roll. I mean, we could use some of our resources on that if you wanna do it.
Either gain +1 understanding, or add storytelling consequences to the innovation deck.
Okay.
Do I want to do it? Do we have 2 spare?
We could get 2 spare. We certainly could.
We spent this one to do this. These resources go away. Where are we using our resources?
So, what do you mean?
Our endeavors.
Right now we have 2 going to intimacy, but we also have a love juice that we're going to be spending. We're getting 1 hollow stone, which is always good to have, and we were doing the drafting table, but we could pull 1 from intimacy and 1 from drafting table.
Yeah.
In order to do it if you wanted.
Let's try.
So records is going to be here. What else do we have? We don't have the lantern oven, right?
Nope.
Okay, it looks like records is the only thing that's going to mix into our innovation deck.
Starting to keep on the back sheet more innovations.
We've already spread over to the back sheet.
Oh, because I write what they each do. I don't just write them down.
Ah.
So, this is storytelling.
Okay, so while she does that, let's go ahead and do our intimacy. Now, intimacy is going to be a little bit more painful than it normally is this time because it's going to be the gambler's specific intimacy, and we decided to take survival of the fittest, which means we're not going to be merciful to our men and women who are trying to have babies. Instead, we're all going to stare at them and laugh. Not quite. We're all going to root in their favor and roll 2 dice and hope that we don't get a very low number. So, who are we nominating? I was going to vote your person who's not able to fight on the hunt.
Just for kicks and giggles?
Oh, just because I think they really want a lineage. Someone to carry on their memory, you know?
Fine, if you're nominating my passive, I'm going to nominate...
We could do 2 wilds if you want. We don't have to nominate the people that were taken out.
I was going to nominate Abominable. He can't go out on the next hunt. He's
Abominable and who?
He's also traumatized.
Who's our female?
She's resplendent. They're very, very damaged.
Abominable and resplendent?
Yeah.
Why are they so damaged? What's happened to them?
Because they participated in the triathlon of death.
Oh.
So they... You could nominate my passive, but...
4 is going to be our highest. A newborn is brought kicking and
Yay!
screaming into the world. Gain +1 population. If the settlement has grand feast, we do not. Okay, we get 1 newborn.
Yay! You gave me a baby.
You're welcome.
Do you know that we now reach society?
Did we?
Yeah.
Okay.
What are we naming? Resplendent and Abominable.
Resplendent and Abominable are going to make the name Ambient. Okay.
Ambient is going to be male.
So we hit Principal. Society. We've now hit all of our principles. Except for... What's the last... Conviction is the last one we haven't hit.
Ambient. He got 1 survival. Gets a random knowledge. 1 understanding. Permanent strength. Permanent evasion.
You filling out his whole sheet?
No, I'm just reading who his parents are.
Oh, okay.
Parents are Resplendent and Abominable. Parents. Resplendent.
Yeah, and just so you all are aware too, if you're here hanging out, we really appreciate you. The reality is our goal is to do 2 things with this video series. Make it insanely watchable, and also like take the time to have fun, play the game, make notes in the chart, see if we can follow along the best that we can.
Alright, we have a baby named Ambient. He is our 18th person. We've had 3 deaths, which takes us up to 15. Therefore, we now, where's the front page? Population reaches 15. No, so the only one we haven't done right now is the population reaching 0.
Okay.
Was that for the love juice or was that for...
That was the love juice.
That was the love juice? Okay, so that's... we're doing principles.
We do have 1 more left, though. We haven't done a certain timeline. Conviction.
Conviction happens...
You're like...
Oh, yeah, but I don't know what triggers it.
What year does it say?
It doesn't say anything. It's under principles, conviction.
Okay. Is there, in our year chart, is there
Principal
a mark?
conviction, 12.
12. That's what I thought. I thought it was either 12 or 15.
Alright, so society, we either have collective toil or accept darkness.
Okay, so Shira. There was once a mad woman who spent her days talking to the darkness. One day, it spoke back. The group must choose collective toil or accept darkness. What do you think?
I want to see them.
Oh, you want to see what they do?
Yeah.
Collective toil
And let's accept darkness.
and accept darkness.
Alright, accept darkness. The society no longer fears the darkness. Letting go means your resolve cannot be cracked. Add +2 to all brain trauma rolls. Decent.
Basically keeps us from dying on the brain trauma chart.
Yeah. Or collective toil. Your settlement leads into the storm. If everyone holds strong, they will triumph. At the start of every settlement phase, gain +1 endeavor for every 10 population.
+1 endeavor for every 10 population, okay?
It's +1 star for every 10. That's lame.
Are you sure?
Why?
Nothing. We normally do accept darkness. That's normally where we go.
Why would I want an extra endeavor?
Endeavors can be used for things as time goes on. They can be really useful eventually.
Yeah, but we gotta make it to eventually, and our society has to stay alive.
Okay. Accept darkness. The darkness spoke, startling truths. It told the people that they were monsters, just like the ones they hunted. The people accepted their monstrosity and their place stalking in the darkness. The settlement gains the society principle accept darkness. Find and place the card on the settlement board and note it on the settlement record sheet. After adding a card to the settlement, roll 1d10.
I don't want to.
Roll 1d10.
But this is sadly 9.
Ooh. Nominate a female survivor.
We'll get rid of my pacifist disorder if I nominate passive.
How many disorders do you have?
1.
How many orders are you allowed to have?
3.
Nope.
Great. Then I'm not nominating passive.
This is good stuff.
That's good stuff?
Yeah, you don't need to nominate someone who is going to suffer.
Okay. So then I'm gonna nominate my despair. I like her.
Despair? She's got good stats?
Yeah.
Or base stats?
Yeah, she's got good
Okay.
stats.
If you can't nominate a male instead, the survivor is heralded as the settlement's leader. Gain the quixotic disorder. It cannot be removed for any reason. In addition, gain the leader and orator of death fighting arts. So, let me find you your quixotic.
It says when you would gain a fighting art, instead do Faultless.
But this is giving you a specific fighting art. So I'm under the impression that, and people could correct me on this, if it is telling you the name of a fighting art, I hear what you're saying. I've been playing that if it's telling you the specific name of a fighting art, you gain that. Because because we can get one fighting art, right?
Not until we get it from the collective cognition.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's what it says?
When I checked it up last time, it says you will unlock your fighting arts with collective cognition.
No, it says you'll unlock your weapon proficiency through collective cognition.
Did it?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So,
I don't know.
do we want to both look at the book real quick to see if we can find the answer to this? Because it is giving you 2 fighting arts here, which does seem strange.
You can only have one of each.
You can only have one fighting art. You
Right.
can have 3 disorders, right? Or only 1 disorder?
One disorder, but 1 fighting art and 1 secret fighting art.
1 fighting art, 1 secret fighting art. And how many disorders?
3.
3 disorders still. Okay. What is it that it says it triggers? It says that when you would gain a fighting art, instead do Faultless. I don't know. Like, I have Relentless, the fighting art, because...
What is Faultless? Look at Faultless.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking up. But remember, I have Relentless, the fighting art, because the character, specifically gave me Relentless. The singers, didn't they?
I don't know.
The singers specifically gave me the ability to pursue. It came from the fight.
Mm-hmm.
And so my assumption was, or is, that I keep that because it came from attacking them, right? Like I think I crit a location that gave me that fighting art specifically. There are things where it says gain a random fighting art, and that's where I'm under the impression that it limits your fighting art. So let's see what Faultless does. As you walk the winding, high-walled thoroughpath, you feel the border approaching. Explore the maze or press through the barrier. If an ARC survivor would gain a fighting art, instead choose to explore the maze or press through. When an ARC survivor gains a secret fighting art, they gain it as normal and suffer +1 systemic pressure or torment. End this event. Interesting. It doesn't seem to be nuancing it.
Say that again?
If an ARC survivor would gain a fighting art,
yeah,
instead choose to explore the maze or press through. When an ARC survivor gains a secret fighting art, they gain it as normal and suffer +1 systemic pressure or torment. End this event. So, I think anyone that has... Let's go ahead and retroactively fix mine.
Okay.
And let's do it for yours.
I don't think anyone else has fighting arts.
Well, no, I have Invigorated here with Expendable.
Okay.
And I have Relentless with Sullen.
None of mine have fighting arts. So,
okay.
Do it, and then...
So, explore the maze or push through. Do I want to read through what these do before I roll on them, or do I just want to roll on them?
Yeah, we always like to.
But it's a table.
Up to you.
Press through, gain +1 systemic pressure, and roll 1d10. Explore the maze is just 1d10.
The fighting art that I just gained, what was it? Was it a secret or a regular?
I see what's happening here. Okay, if you roll an 8+ on press through, both of yours are regular fighting arts. If you roll an 8+ on press through, you will gain the fighting art. A 2 through 7, you won't gain the fighting art.
Yeah.
And a 1, you'll gain another torment. In Explore the Maze, you follow your generative urge, but it leads you back to the center before you. The gleaming golden heart beats and bleeds of black ichor and inspiration. You drink from the gain +2 Lumi. If a settlement has 30+ CC, gain an observation, your tenant knowledge. You scramble up heaps of experience and impressions. The fighting art forms your final foothold. It crumbles as you ascend higher clarity. Gain
1
Lumi. So, Explore the Maze is giving you Lumi, whereas Press Through is...
And it does not give you an option to get the fighting art. If you want the fighting art, you have to press through.
Yeah, so I want the fighting art on both of mine.
Okay.
So I'm going to go ahead and try to do it on Solon.
So you're going to have to add a +1 systemic pressure. You got it.
I got Pursue, which I just got it this last time. It's a really cool fighting art. It allows me to actually hunt down the people that are running, but I will gain +1 systemic pressure. And then let me go ahead and roll on Expendable. And surprisingly, like, I have been using 5. So I would not be able to... Your limbs depart your body, your fingers and your toes float loose in a void. Each digit experiences a piece of incomprehensible capacity. Your disembodied mind comprehends, but you cannot put the pieces back together. The experience ends. So I fail to actually get Invigorated. And what does Invigorated do? So Invigorated, while you have 0 insanity, gain +1. I have never used Invigorated this entire game because my guy is immortal. And because he's immortal, I've always had insanity. So it's not something that's actually came to play. So the game maintains its accuracy.
All right. Can I see my 2 fighting arts?
And I have +1 systemic pressure. Can you have your 2 fighting arts? Yeah, so I would do it just with one of them, or are you going to do it with both of them?
Why not?
Well, because you get systemic pressure with every one.
Mm-hmm.
So that'd be the reason why not. And you gain them both at the same time.
I know, I want to see what they are, though.
But maybe you do. Maybe it's because you're getting 2. You would do it on each one that you'd gain. Disorders.
Neither of them are secret, right?
Neither of them are secret fighting arts, no.
I just want to see how worthwhile they are.
To see if you're going to try to get them?
Yeah.
Versus just get some Lumi?
Yeah.
Alright. Let's find... Do you remember what they were called?
I don't.
We just did Principal?
Yeah. Conviction?
Society? Leader and the Orator of Death. Orator of Death is going to allow you to stand people up when you fall down. Here's your Leader card, and here's your Orator of Death card. Here we are.
An Orator of Death and this. I just need to write that it can't be removed.
If you get it, it can't be removed.
No, the Quixotic.
Oh, Quixotic can't. Did I give you Quixotic?
Yep.
Quixotic means you have to move perpetually, right?
No. Quixotic is if you're insane when you depart, I get a survival token and a strength token.
Oh. That's not a bad disorder.
It's not a bad disorder. Leader, whenever you encourage, they gain a speed token until the end of the round. Once per hunt, you may inspire another survivor. They use your understanding and courage to resolve a hunt or story event. Not really interested in that. Orator of Death, once per showdown, you may spend your action to have all non-death survivors gain +2 insanity. When you die, you encourage all survivors with your last word. I'd be interested in Orator of Death. Not as much Leader.
I think you probably need to roll on both of them.
I do.
But you can choose which pathway you want to go on both of them.
Yeah, I'm gonna do Explore the Maze on Leader.
Okay.
Roll 1d10. 7. You scramble up heaps of experience and impressions. The fighting art forms your final foothold. It crumbles as you ascend to higher clarity. Gain 1 Lumi.
So what this is doing is it's letting us actually purchase. It's replacing fighting arts for knowledges in a way, and letting us purchase the ability to gain knowledges in the future with Lumi. That's kind of how it seems to be.
And then I'm gonna try and press through, and so I'm gonna gain 1 systemic pressure.
Okay.
For Orator of Death and roll 1d10. 4. Your limb departs your body, your fingers and toes float loose in a void. Each digit experiences, experience ends. Didn't get either of them.
Okay.
Alright, so these all go back. I've written all them down.
Alright.
I do have 1 systemic pressure on this character.
Set the darkness.
That was Faultless. Alright. What else do we have left to do? Oh, we were going to one of those we were gonna innovate on. That principle, we were gonna use 2 of our tokens.
So yeah, we're going to use 2 of our tokens on it, and we were not going to do the drafting table this time.
On that accept darkness.
Yep, we were not going to do the draft. Although, since we successfully had a baby, can we do the drafting table?
No.
You'd rather try to have another baby?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, go ahead and roll the die for intimacy then. Let's see if we trigger it. Or we'll choose who's rolling the die first.
Same people.
Same people?
Yeah.
Death could become them.
Yeah, whatever. Same people, I think.
Okay.
Abominable and Resplendent.
Go ahead and roll for them. Well, one of them.
One of them. Resplendent's rolling. 4.
4 is just going to give her some lovely survival. +1 survival.
Okay.
Then with Accept Darkness. Did you take that one? Yep.
Yep.
Go ahead. Oh, wait. Storytelling. Not Accept Darkness. Give me Accept Darkness back.
Oh, yeah. Storytelling. We have to remember that we add +2 to brain trauma rolls.
We add +2 to brain trauma rolls.
Okay.
Yes.
Is there an easy way to remember that?
We create another supporting document that is settlement generic. So you can do a page in your book if you wanted.
Or I just do it on the settlement.
So what's the rule? We +2 to brain trauma?
Yeah.
How much survival do we get when you depart?
Right now we're getting 2.
Any other stats?
When a survivor dies, we would get, if they die in the showdown, we would get two endeavors. And if they die in the settlement, we'd get 1 endeavor.
Okay. +2, +1. And then we also start with 1 strength and +1 evasion.
Yeah, and +1 understanding.
And +1
and a random knowledge.
Understanding. Plus a knowledge.
Rolling for intimacy. You have to roll 2, keep the lower.
Okay. Okay. Anything else?
At 3 understanding, you can gain a seed pattern card.
Okay.
Did you do that with one of your characters? You had reached 3 understanding, I thought.
No, we never reached 3 understanding. We gained seed patterns, but we haven't reached 3 understanding yet.
You didn't do insight?
That was earlier. That was before we had that upgrade.
Okay.
+2. These are endeavor tokens.
Mm-hmm.
3 understanding. We get a seed knowledge.
Seed pattern.
Okay.
Right.
Seed pattern. Okay.
Yeah. Can you roll for storytelling?
No, you roll for storytelling. Nominate someone.
I don't want to. It's not nominate.
Okay.
It's just. Oh, I guess someone has to do it?
Not specifically.
Someone would gain 1 to 3, gain 1 understanding.
Then someone has to do it. Yep.
I'm gonna do it with passive. Ready?
Yep.
Ah!
What'd you get?
White speaker.
Okay.
So exciting.
All right, white speaker's in here.
Which one?
It's in our old book. This is a decision you've made, Shira.
Excuse you.
You've never been down this pathway before.
I've never done it. I think that's all of our endeavors. We used 2 for this.
So you got her, Shira. She just appeared to tell you a story.
Lovely.
Okay. A large, bizarrely dressed woman offers to share a story. The group must select a story they would like to hear. A survivor may be nominated for this story event only once per lifetime. She also brings with her some things that she's willing to trade. She's willing to trade for a blood skin.
What's that? I don't have that in my book. That was added.
This is a sticker.
I don't have a sticker.
You don't. Your book's newer, but not newer. You have a 1.5 book without the upgrade sticker added to it. Although this sticker, I believe, came from a white speaker. I think it might come from an expansion pack, not from the actual thing. Do we have 3 resources and an organ?
No.
We don't? How many resources do we have?
We've got a scrap, an organ, and a hollow stone.
So we could not make something if we wanted. I want to see what the blood skin does, if I have it even in here. It might not even be in here. Blood skin. I have the lovely chastity belt, or the twilight thong. Blood skin. When you depart, you fill the blood skin and gain 2 bleeding tokens. At the start of each of your acts, remove 1 bleeding token.
Is it worth it? I didn't listen. I'm trying to figure out what story I want.
When you depart, you fill the blood skin and gain 2 bleeding tokens. The start of your turn, you remove 1 bleeding token. So it kind of like fills up and then starts siphoning bleeding from you as time goes on.
Interesting.
So could keep you alive.
Yeah.
Don't read through all of them. Don't read through all of them.
Yeah. I'll read through all of them.
Stop it. Stop it. Which one are you picking?
I don't know.
I'm gonna turn in my Munster grease.
Okay.
Because I think the blood skin would be very interesting to have with the croc armor.
Okay. So we erase the hollow stone that we used in Endeavor to buy as well?
Yeah, we're gonna use all of our resources.
Okay. That's the organ, the vocal cords, that's the broken lantern scrap,
Everything.
and that's the hollow stone.
Yep. The speaker knife looks really cool too. While insane and not wearing armor or accessories, gain +2 evasion, +2 strength. It's awesome. Oh, we also lose 1 population.
What does that mean?
Someone dies.
Why?
To make this.
No.
We make it with their body.
No.
It's coming to you.
No.
It's going to your character.
I don't care. I don't want to kill someone.
You were just looking for a way to get an extra bleeding token, weren't you? And it's a green top and bottom.
I don't want to die.
You need a green top and bottom to
You
connect.
can kill one of your characters then.
Who's a useless character of mine? Who's the guy? Who's the guy I sent off to the side? What's his name?
Abominable? No, Bellowing.
Bellowing.
Was it Bellowing?
Yeah, Bellowing will sacrifice himself to become a bloodskin.
This guy? Why is he useless?
-2 accuracy. It's like the worst thing.
But she was the mother of Whisper.
Yeah, she will become an amazing bloodskin.
Dies.
We actually use her intestine linings to create the
become
bloodskin
a
itself.
bloodskin.
Yeah, it's amazing. It's a good. I'll mark it on her sheet as well. Bellowing. So here's her story so far. She yelled into the darkness as the first lovers wandered into it together.
Population goes down to 14.
Then she became.
Does it say she dies?
Oh yeah, 1 population gone.
But do we get the Endeavor for her in the settlement phase?
Yeah, I'd say so.
Okay. Bellowing.
She became a bloodskin.
Died.
The bellowing fool
To be.
of the lion.
Become a bloodskin. Dead.
She did.
You made me sad.
But I got you a bloodskin.
Don't care about the bloodskin.
Okay, which story are you doing?
Doing the story of the Forsaker.
And I lost myself at Greece. Story of the Forsaker. The White Speaker. Who are you nominating, by the way?
Passive.
Nominating passive?
Yes.
The White Speaker instructs the survivors to bind their hands together and dip their knuckles in blood. If the settlement has the Forsaker mask's strange deer, their story cannot be selected. We don't. We're actually about to hunt the Forsaker. It's the perfect one. The group must nominate a non-deaf survivor. A survivor with max courage cannot be nominated, as the potential of their spirit has been reached. The White Speaker lowers her veil and begins the story. Roll 1d10.
White Speaker, story
of the Forsaker.
The Forsaker.
While she is visiting, the White Speaker offers to trade some of her wares to the survivors. The rare gear below may be gained by paying its cost. Each can only be gained once per campaign.
Okay, what else does it say?
That's it.
Are you sure it says one survivor?
Oh yeah, one population. 5. The nominated survivor silently implodes with rage. The other bound survivors inch away from the waves of passive-aggressive energy.
Yours is different.
Oh, sorry. The White Speaker... I was reading 6. The White Speaker growls. Her graceful movements suddenly awkward, and her heels catch on the stone faces of the ground. With a roar, she decks the nominated survivor in the face. Do you want to use your reroll?
Why?
I don't know if you wanted to get the Forsaker mask or the... I don't know if you were trying to get anything.
I mean, I was.
I guess it's not necessary, though.
Underneath Story of the Forsaker, it says you cannot be knocked down during a showdown with a nemesis monster. What does that mean?
It means you couldn't be knocked down with the Butcher.
Anyone who's...
Whoever has that ability.
How do you get that? Oh, Story of the Forsaker ability, 10+.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to get.
Okay. Well, you suffer a broken jaw.
Shattered jaw or broken jaw?
Broken jaw is what it says. It's a severe injury. So, broken jaw must be shattered jaw. You drink your meat through a straw. You can no longer consume or be affected by events requiring you to consume. You can no longer encourage. This injury is permanent and can be recorded once. Gain 1 bleeding token.
What happens if you get an injury that you've already recorded?
Then you get it again?
It says it can only be recorded once.
So it just doesn't duplicate on itself. You got hit in the jaw again, but it's already ruined.
Shattered jaw. Can't consume. And what else?
Or encourage.
Can't consume.
Or encourage.
/ be affected by consume.
And you gain a bleeding token.
And then, so, cross out encourage. I can still fist pump you.
Mm-hmm.
Can't encourage. And take a bleed token.
You might not want the blood back now. What do you die on?
6.
Oh, wow.
You depart, gain a bleeding tokens. It requires 1 more bleeding token to kill you. When you depart, gain a bleeding token and +1. So, you usually die at 5.
Mm-hmm.
I die at 6. I've got 3.
Well, if you put the blood bag on you, you'll go to 5.
Yeah, but then it'll slowly siphon.
Yep.
Start at each of your act, remove 1 bleeding tokens. Can I make another connection? I need a bottom.
I just need to make sure that we don't lose all of our gear.
I don't need this plastic thing.
No. That's how I know it was from. It was from the White Speaker white box, so it is expansion content technically. Mm-hmm. But it's fun.
You don't have anything that has a top green, do you?
Mm-mm. Not right now.
Okay. Alright, I'll take it. We'll try and die. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. I do have my +2 now evasion, because I've definitely had...
Yeah. That's why I thought it'd be fun for you to have. So you're going to be really good at dodging.
Plus...
And also completely... It's the funniest character. Your name is passive. You can't attack until you're enraged. And you're super good at avoiding getting hit.
Mm-hmm. She's strange. Okay.
Ready?
I think so.
Anything else we're going to do? I think that's it. You need to pull out the butcher.
Take this.
There's a butcher story that we need to go through.
I've got it bookmarked.
Okay, and while you go ahead and start reading through that, I'm going to make sure my personal gear is all up to snuff.
Want to get rid of all of our locations so I can start setting up the board?
I can do that. Lovely butcher.
Are we considering that at the bottom of the board?
I have been.
Put all of us down there in a line. Where are these stone columns? From the top. It's 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3.
Is there no butcher?
1, 2, 3.
Is there no story?
What do you mean?
There's no story going through?
There's just this.
Yeah.
There was once a man who could not hide his fear. He wore a mask that transformed his cowardice to rage. In turn, the man transformed into a monster. All that remained was a devouring fury that stalked the night, collecting the fearful faces of others. Nemesis encountered. Departing survivors do not have a hunt phase. Instead, select the butcher's monster level. It should be 1 greater than the last butcher encountered, which we have not encountered him, so he's a level 1 right now. Set up the showdown accordingly. You are exactly mirrored on this side of the board. And so he's got these stone columns, 3 stone columns. They are obstacles, impassable, destructible. When a survivor collides with this, stop their movement, archive the terrain, they suffer 1 damage to a random hit location. Monster passes over it, you archive it. It's not helpful. You can hide behind it though, maybe. And then 1, 2, 3, 4 spaces from the bottom. 1, 2, 3, 4. Here, over here. And then we have 2 acanthus plants as well. Set up at least 6 spaces away from all other acanthus plants. Would you like to put 1, where am I? Put 1 right next to me down there, my teal character who can't do anything else. Why are you straddling it between 2 squares? The acanthus plant. Thanks. And then put this where else you want. 6 spaces away. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think it has to be 1 more space away.
Okay.
Alright. The survivors are defending their home. They go first. Ready?
Okay, so I'm bringing out Solon. Solon is going to be our scout at the moment. Did you not trigger a story saying that he was waiting for us at the gate? Is that what the story you just read said?
It doesn't.
What's it say on the settlement sheet?
It says, we did the SE, then it says Nemesis encounter butcher level 1.
Okay. At the top, does it say he's waiting for us at the gate?
No. It's a story event showdown butcher.
Okay. I don't know.
Am I missing something in this book?
I feel like there's a narrative-ish that goes with him. Showdown Butcher. It could just be that I didn't listen to your flavor text enough.
That's all I have.
Yeah, I don't know. And you looked under N, right?
I think so.
Nemesis.
LMN. No.
Okay. I don't know. All right, I'm taking Solon.
There's not a story event. Is that like a settlement event?
No.
Nemesis encounter? Okay.
I mean, maybe. What's the title of it?
Nemesis encounter butcher?
No.
Okay.
No, I just remember this. I remember this narrative for some reason of like the butcher standing outside of the camp waiting for you to approach. Okay, Solon.
Maybe in base campaign you unlock the butcher and put it into your timeline like that.
It could be.
There's definitely stories where we like unlocked and had to put people further down.
Could be. Solon, relentless. Monster moves away, you may pursue. So that's going to be his ability, and I did hold on to that.
At the start of all, add your 2 survival.
Yep. I'm also bringing Expendable. Expendable has no survival while he's insane, although that is no longer... Oh, that's still the case. This accuracy and speed is no longer the case because I didn't keep that fighting art. And 2 survival tokens when I depart because I have the ability... Tenacity. And then finally, I also have Grounded. If I wanted to choose my Insanity, I am going to go ahead and bump my Insanity up to 2 with Grounded. So it gets me slightly closer to being insane. I get +2 on an Explorer. I have the Mark of the Cyclops, which means I'm going to be abandoning the camp very soon.
Why?
I leave at 10 experience.
Why are you continuing to accrue experience with yourself then?
I find the story interesting. Okay.
You are the hardest person to play a campaign with, do you know that?
Why is that?
Okay, at the start of our act, remove a bleeding token.
And remember, you gain insanity for things like the bloody cloth on you.
I know, I took it already.
When you depart as well, so I'm going to go ahead and set that. Gain 1 more survival. I'm already at 5 survival, so doing pretty well there. This guy here, when you depart, gain 1 more survival. So I'll go up to 4, and then on arrival, gain +1 survival, 1 insanity. So max survival here. 2 here. But when I am insane, I cannot spend insane survival. So I'm currently insane. So I cannot spend survival until I'm underneath that.
Okay. I'm undeathable with one of my characters, and I have the fingernail. I have this thing with this character, the fingernail door. If I roll a lantern 10, a natural lantern 10, then I have to flip it to a 1.
It's kind of fun.
That light's not on.
That light's not on. Should I go turn it on?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh. Boop. Oh. Boop.
Much better.
I don't think it does that much.
So much better.
A little bit brighter.
All right. So, shall we go?
I guess so. Let's fight the butcher.
All right.
I'm going to move here. 1, 2, 3. And roll a campus plant with Sullen. 7.
Find something tasty and consume it. If you do, gain 1 survival and archive this terrain.
But I don't.
Why?
I guess I do. But I can't gain survival. Man, I wanted some acanthus.
If you have the sickle, you could have rolled 2.
Yep. Alright. Your turn? I'm
going to roll on it with my character over there with passive. Passive is going to roll on it. 4. Find nothing. Archive this terrain.
Okay, good.
Bye-bye, Canthus.
Acanthus plant was very effective.
Yep. And now I'm going to move forward 5 spaces.
With him?
Yep. Hi. Move me instead forward 1 more over to the side so I don't block people. Okay.
Anyone else going? I mean, we can't really reach him at the moment.
Correct, unless you have... What about your darts?
My darts are on my...
Why? Are they on your character who's going to hide?
They're not going to hide. What do we think? Should we rush him? Go ahead and spend survival and get up there close?
I don't really feel the strong desire to do it. Move me forward 5 spaces with my blue character. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then I am going to use my activation to reveal the top 2 cards of the AI deck and put them back on top of the deck in any order. We're still going to see both of them because I should tell you what the Butcher has in store for us. So the Butcher, the traits he's got in play already. Fast target. At the beginning of each monster's turn, reshuffle the Butcher's hit location deck. Reshuffling includes the deck and the discard pile.
Okay.
Constantly be reshuffling at the start of his turn. Then he's Berserker. Draw +1 AI every monster turn. So he's going to be drawing these 2 AI cards, and I just get to see what they are, and how dead we are. And then he's got dreaded trophies. When a survivor dies, it doesn't say if, it says when. When a survivor dies, place their miniature on this card. The monster gains the following bonuses for each miniature on the dreaded trophies. 1, all attack profiles gain after damage bleed 1. 2, +1 movement, +1 speed, and 3, +2 damage tokens. Great. Yeah, he's a menace. That's his instinct. He's got a movement of 5, a toughness of 9. And let's see what our 2 AI cards are. He will have a Screaming Mood. Great. When Screaming comes into play, all non-death survivors suffer 1 brain damage per monster level. At the start of the turn, all non-death survivors, we're just going to continue suffering brain damage. Discard Screaming if a survivor dies.
I mean, I have a few people that could use some brain trauma events.
I know.
Not the worst.
As soon as I have 3, when we suffer brain damage, gain lunacy, then I'll get frenzy, then I'll actually be able to fight. So it's not the worst. 3 turns I'll be fighting. And then wild card, pick a target the closest threat facing. After target gains 1 bleeding token, and then all survivors adjacent to the monster suffer 1 damage to a random hit location and gain 1 bleeding token. We're very, very bloody. Okay, so that's what we're anticipating.
Okay, what are you thinking?
I did my actions. Oh! She scares me. Asher, stop it. Someone's allowed to go to their house. Stop it. Why are you laughing?
It was really cute. Okay, moving forward.
You get to see I hate surprise jump scares.
Moving forward.
Oh, great. Put us all in a line. That's smart.
Well, I'm planning on rushing, although I can't with my orange guy, so I'll drop him back here, I guess, because he's insane for some reason. Can't spend survival. I'm going to have moved this person here instead of there.
Why? Because he used the acanthus plant.
Yeah, but he 1, 2, 3 instead of 1, 2, 3. Because then I can 1, 2, 3 forward.
Why?
What did you put on the top there?
The mood.
Do we want the mood to come into play or not into play? You were saying you kind of want it in play?
I do. So I'm going to put it underneath it, just in case you get a hit.
I'm not guaranteed to get a hit, though.
I know, but just in case. They're both coming into play. I'd rather the mood come into play so I can start getting frenzied. Are you?
No, I'm not going to do it.
Okay.
I'm not going to do it. I'm just going to keep moving around.
Thanks.
Okay.
He goes?
He goes.
Okay. Wild carve. Closest threat.
Oh, I thought you were doing the mood.
You do both.
Oh, you draw 2 for him?
Draw +1 AI every monster turn. I literally read these out loud.
I forgot about that.
And now I'm shuffling his hit location deck just for kicks. So I get into the pattern of it. Why are you going You are great.
I don't like the Butcher. I forgot how nasty he was.
When Screaming comes into play, all non-death survivors suffer 1 brain damage per monster level. Suffer 1 brain damage. When you suffer brain damage, gain a lunacy token equal to the damage. Suffer. Take a token and put it on your card for every character.
Oh no. Invested can't gain insanity. So Invested's just gonna die.
Wow, we have +3 to all of our brain trauma rolls.
Uh-huh. +2.
plus 2, yeah. So even a 1 becomes a 3. That's what I was talking about. All right, and then at the start of the butcher's turn, all from now on, we at the start of his turn, we will all get a brain damage.
When does this mood go away?
When someone dies. Who are you killing first? Who's committing suicide?
We're not gonna live.
I told you that already.
Continue.
You're like, I'm gonna take out my experienced characters who I care about. Not me. Alright, wild card. Pick a target. Closest threat. Who's closest? 1. Me. Move me forward. Thanks. Speed of 2. Who's monster controller?
Whoever. Okay.
Roll 2 dice, please.
Speed of 2.
Accuracy.
Hitting on a
4, 5, 6.
1 hit.
Correct? Like if I have 2 evasion,
Yep.
it adds to takes away from his accuracy. So it would be 6 plus.
Yep.
1 damage. And a bleed token. After damage, target gains 1 bleeding token. 1 damage to a random hit location.
You realize your light blue person cannot be targeted right now.
Yeah, I know. Head.
She doesn't know. She's gonna die.
Why? Why?
You took babies you don't care about. It's
Correct.
a bad decision. Okay, our turn?
Wait, no. All survivors adjacent to the monster suffer 1 damage to a random hit location and gain 1 bleeding token. I'm not considered adjacent right now. But this one is, and waste. Okay.
This is bad news.
Great.
Okay. You wanna go?
Oh boy, do I.
Or do you want me to go first?
Move my character over? The teal one? No, wrong space.
You lose a bleeding?
Move it over to the other way.
You could go behind him, you know that.
I can't attack with this character.
Oh.
I can't activate a weapon right now.
You're just gonna take off the bleed.
I'm gonna take off my 2 bleeding tokens from this friend. It's my action. What do you think I'm doing?
And now what?
That was a good turn of mine. I did so much. Now Dreamy's gonna attack. Now move Dreamy away.
Dreamy. Away where? To the back?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep. Alright, I've got a blood glass dagger. It is honed through, which means it has plus 3 strength until its edge is ruined after wounding a parry or super dense hit location. That has not happened yet in its lifetime, so therefore it still has a speed of 3.
It resets every time you go home, too.
Does it?
Yeah.
Oh! I cut out a little piece of paper to put over it just in case it wounds. That's so cool.
Resharpens every time you go home.
I like that so much better now. Okay. 3 hits on 6, 5. Hits on 5.
2 hits.
Fury, what? Furious Gut.
Oh, I thought that was a trap.
No, the trap is gray. Furious Gut and Furious and
I was concerned she was about to
Vambraces.
show me what the trap looked like.
No.
No, the trap looks like this.
No, not yet.
I saw the black at the top of it, and I was discouraged.
Alright, I'm gonna do Furious Embraces first. I have a strength of 4. He has a toughness of 9.
5 plus.
Hitting on 5. Furious Embraces.
Vambraces.
Vambraces.
But you can embrace him.
Wounded.
1 wound.
That only had a reflex for failure, so I did not fail. And now we're doing the Furious Gut. Hits on 5, wounds on 5. And neither of those were tough. 6, another wound.
Okay.
He has a reflex. The butcher's knocked down. All survivors gain +1 courage.
Whoa, really?
Yeah.
He's knocked down?
Yep.
How?
Because it says that.
Where?
All survivors gain +1 courage.
It says he's knocked down. Do you know what knockdown means?
It's easier to kill him. While a monster's knocked down, all reactions are canceled. All hit rolls succeed on 3 or plus.
Yeah. You should surge.
Okay. Does he have anything that triggers when he's knocked down?
Nope. No. He's just way more vulnerable.
Okay. I'm surging with Dreamy, but first let me roll it. On a 6+, I get to keep it. Didn't keep it.
Do not get to keep it. This is big. We could take out a lot of his health right now.
Rolling 3 again. Hits on 3s.
Oh, we might get a trap. He'd stand up on a trap.
3+. 3 hits. Furious shoulder. Furious crown. And cleaver. Cleaver's impervious. I'll do that one last. They all have reflexes.
None of them are going to have reflexes.
None of them are going to have reflexes. His toughness doesn't remain. I just got hits.
Yeah, his toughness is still going to be 5.
Just going in order like this. The Furious shoulder.
Another wound.
Furious crown. Not a wound.
Not a wound. And impervious.
Cleaver.
Nothing.
The attacker's heart is frozen with dread. Attacker gains +1 insanity.
Okay. So, let me go ahead and go. I'll move forward here with my lovely Solon. Solon is going to go ahead and roll 1 die, hitting on a 3+ because he's knocked down currently. Go ahead and draw me in a hit location.
What are you rolling with?
With my Solon.
1?
Yep, hit location.
Butcher's Mask. No.
Okay. 3, 4 strength. Again, 5+ will be the wound. 7's going to be a wound. I'm going to surge with Solon. Rolling another one, hitting on a
3.
3, yep.
Furious Bellow.
That's going to be another wound. Okay, let's rush forward with who actually needs to hit. Rolling die, the accuracy 1. Oh, accuracy training. Invested would love to hit. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Invested's rolling with a bone axe, hitting on a 3+. That'd be 1 hit.
Furious Breastplate.
Okay,
it's
and I will go
+2 toughness to wound this. So whatever your strength is, add. It's +2 toughness.
So invested has currently 2. We're moving up to 3 hits. 0
is it hits or is it to wound the monster?
It's only a hit. And invested doesn't die, for the record. So 3, 4 strength, so it'd be 7 to wound this. He has 9, -4 makes it 5, +2, 7.
9.
I'm going to go ahead and surge with invested, dropping down to 1 survival left, hitting on a 3+ again because he's still knocked down. 2 hits.
Do you get something with rolling a lantern?
No, I don't get perfect. That's with my dagger.
Furious Greaves and Furious Scrag.
Ooh, we're going to go for the crit location first.
The Furious Scrag. That was a failure.
Okay, next one is a wound. And that's a 4th hit. It's only 1 hit per attack, but that's the 4th one.
Are you sure it's hit? I had one that was wounding the monster. Not
Mine is hit.
Okay.
Mine is hit. It's accuracy training, so I'm trying to connect with it. Expendable. Expendable's gonna go forward.
Can you move me? Can you move yourself? Oh, you can't.
You're 100% sure he got knocked down?
Why?
Because this is a lot.
Read it. I wounded the Furious guy.
Wound. The butcher is knocked down. All survivors gain +1 courage. Poor guy. He does not. He's got belly problems.
I wounded it.
So moving over here with expendable. Remember, no survival while insane, so I cannot surge with him. He does have 2 survival tokens, which seems like a contradiction. He's going to be rolling then with... What is better, the bone dagger?
You're not insane with expendable right now.
I'm not.
It's
Thank you.
+3.
So what is better, the bone dagger or the blood glass dagger? I think the bone dagger is.
We're due for a trap. I'm letting you know.
Blood glass dagger hitting on a 3+. 3 hits.
The cleaver is impervious.
Yep.
Your armored pig shoulder is super dense, and your trap is overpowered. Told you. Shuffle the hit location deck. The butcher explodes in a burst of ferocity. Traps get rid of knockdown, correct?
Oh, by the way, I just triggered. Do we upgrade our accuracy immediately?
Not in the middle. Not when we get back. Not until we get back. I believe.
I just triggered accuracy.
You can double check that. Overpower. You sure he stands up for traps?
Traps interrupt everything.
It says cancel all reactions, though.
I don't think trap is a reaction. You can check it. It's worth checking.
Can you check check if you upgrade your knowledge? Because it'd be really cool if you did a middle while I look up.
I think you're right that you don't upgrade your knowledge till you hit the philosophy. Oh, knowledge levels. Players should keep their knowledge observations in mind when they occur. Fulfill the corresponding box. When the last box is filled, the knowledge is leveled up. You may level up knowledge when its observations are full. Immediately gain the effects of leveling up listed on the knowledge card.
Cool.
Wow. So I'm going to go to survivalism, accuracy training, level 2.
A monster is knocked down when a trap is drawn. It will stand and resolve the trap.
Yep. Okay, so one of us got good news.
And one of us got bad news.
So accuracy training level 1 is going to accuracy training level 2, which just gives me +1 accuracy. It's just a pure accuracy buff.
That's cool.
Very nice.
Okay.
Does that mean everyone gets that now?
Whoever has accuracy.
Whoever has
that
accuracy
knowledge.
training.
Yeah.
Accuracy training. So everyone's going to get +1.
Not every person, but whoever has that knowledge.
Invested has it, and expendable has it.
Oh, they do?
Yeah, accuracy 1, accuracy 1.
Okay, yeah.
Love that.
Erase, you can write it, I guess, later.
Yeah, I'll modify it later.
So, let's do the trap now.
Okay.
The butcher explodes in a burst of ferocity. The zone of malice is all around him.
Yep.
The attacker is doomed. Who was attacking right now?
I was.
Okay, stand the butcher up.
Everyone else could surge to run away.
All survivors in the zone of malice gain 1 bleed and suffer knockback 5.
I'm going to dash.
Okay. I'm dashing.
I'm not going to dash farther. I'm just going to go like 1 step back.
I'm dashing with this one. I'm rolling to see if I keep my survival. Keep my survival.
Absolutely.
Can you...
Just a step back?
Yep. And then this one's going to spend survival to dash. Step back. All right. Now, that character, you're still monster controller.
Yep.
So attack.
Expendable gains a bleed, and then what happens? Basic attack?
Gain 1 bleed, suffer knockback 5.
Okay.
And then I'm going to, it'll be the basic action. Pick a target. It's going to be you. Move. So move him. He has a movement of 5. And then accuracy of 4. Do you have any evasion?
I have 1 evasion, so 5.
It's a speed of 2.
2 hits.
Each is 1 damage, and then after damage you get 1 bleed.
Each is 1 damage, so 1 to the belt, 1 to the foot. I'm going to block the belt and take the foot, and I'll still gain 1 bleed. I can block it now with actually a survival token. Let's use that instead.
Take off that box then.
I'll take off a box for...
Up.
I don't have it anymore. Oh, up here.
It has to be. You have to have it.
Yep,
it's part of your survivalism.
I got it. Ticked off the box. I took the 1 to the foot. That doesn't do anything bad to me, and I'll gain 1 more bleed, which is going to put me to 2 bleed. I have bandages, though, so I can heal myself if that starts getting a little threatening.
And I believe you were just knocked
Just knockback, not knockdown.
Okay.
Bash would be a knockback and a knockdown.
Okay.
Shuffle the deck.
Shuffle the deck.
Can we tip him over again?
Cut.
We've all gone, with the exception of doing Surge with Expendable.
The one who just attacked? I thought he did Surge.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought he did Surge.
No, he hasn't yet. That was his first attack. So I am going to Surge with him. So I'll spend another survival token. Rolling 3 dice, hitting on a accuracy 1. He's standing, so 5+. 1 hit.
Furious Bellow.
Furious Bellow. 3. Not a super dense location. Okay, 3 + 3 strength.
Are you deaf or have 3 courage?
No. Okay. Modifies off of his 9. So 3 damage. 3 to damage this. That will be a damage.
A hit, wound?
Yep.
He has a reflex that happens. He unleashes a deep guttural roar. You suffer brain damage equal to the monster's level and are knocked down.
Okay, 1 brain damage.
When you suffer brain damage, make sure to gain a lunacy token.
Suffer brain damage, gain a lunacy token. Thank you. And knocked down. Now, his turn. Do we suffer his mood effect at the start of his turn or the start of ours?
Start of the butcher's turn.
Okay, so we're all taking 1 brain damage.
Yep. So at the beginning of each monster's turn, reshuffle the butcher's hit location deck. So this all gets shuffled.
We're all gaining more lunacy, and I need to roll with invested on the brain chart, please.
Why?
Because I have no armor in my mind.
1 brain damage per monster level. This takes me down to 0. This takes me down to 2.
Oh, and by the way, expendable is just suffered lunacy. Remove them all. Suffer the frenzy brain trauma.
I have the brain trauma. Bookmark frenzy. Roll die.
Okay. 8.
So gain 4. It's 1d5. So 4 insanity.
Okay.
1 speed token. 1 strength token.
1 speed, 1 strength. Okay.
It's frenzy, right?
Yep.
Okay. Ignore slow on your melee weapons. You may not spend survival. Tick that off.
Yep.
You have it ticked off. Whoever has this cannot spend survival.
He can't spend survival when he's insane anyway.
Oh, he's insane now.
Yeah.
I know, but just cross it off because you can't spend it while you have frenzy.
I don't want to mark it because I have to erase it.
We'll just cover it then with something. Cannot spend survival. You may not use your fighting arts. I don't know if you've been using a fighting art with him.
I don't have any.
You may not use weapon specialization or weapon mastery. You can gain it multiple times and it lasts till the end of the showdown.
Okay.
Alright, and then take off, remove those 3 tokens. You did?
Yep.
And, okay. Did someone have to roll on this table?
Yeah. Thank you for the reminder.
I had it opened.
Invested is going to be rolling.
You already ticked off your heavy?
3 + 2, 5.
You have a danger seizure. You thrash about wildly, dealing 1 damage to yourself and every adjacent survivor.
No one's adjacent to me. 1 damage to myself is going to be 1 to my feet. I love my feet. I'm wearing crimson shoes.
Gain a random disorder.
I don't want a random disorder.
And 1d5 of insanity. Roll a d5. Roll a d10.
I can't gain insanity, so it doesn't matter. My disorder, bloodlust. A single glimpse of red, and that is all you can see.
Oh, gosh.
Whenever a survivor gains a bleeding token, suffer the frenzy brain trauma. Limit once per round.
I want that. That's insane. That is so insane.
So that happened.
All right. I shuffled his hit location deck. We took a brain damage per monster level. Now he's going to draw his 2 AI cards.
We almost have him dead, though.
Yeah. Okay. So, Hugh. Pick a target. Closest threat. It's going to be your scout.
Oh, good.
Facing. He's not facing. Closest threat. It's still him. Move 1. Move and attack. A speed of 1. Does he have any evasion?
You're rolling for this. My scout has 1 evasion and a cloak.
Are you using your cloak?
It doesn't work until the beginning of my turn.
Yeah, good job.
I'm going to turn into stones.
Attacking with a speed of 1, hitting you because it's accuracy 3 plus 1 for your evasion 4.
Leave me alone.
It's going to be dealing 3 damage.
Don't do that. Miss!
Misses.
Miss! My scout's alive!
Good job.
Okay.
That was Hugh. Alright, hack. Pick target closest threat facing. You get 1 more attack to you. Speed of 2, accuracy 4.
I don't like how those come
5. This one is just 1 damage, so hits on 5.
I'm going to murder him.
1 hit.
1 hit.
So 1 damage to your
Go to roll it.
waist.
1 damage to my waist. I can spend survival to dodge that, though, so I might as well.
Okay.
Okay.
And then after damage.
No after damage, because I spent survival to move it.
Okay.
Let's kill this guy. We're so close.
Okay.
I got knocked down on the last survivor's turn, so I stand up now at the beginning of the butcher's turn. I'm going to go touch his butt. I'm very angry. I'm frenzied. So I have an extra speed. So I'm rolling 4 dice, hitting on a 4 plus. That is 3 hits.
Cleaver.
Yep.
Impervious.
Good, love that.
Your Furious Breastplate, plus 2 toughness to wound this location, and a Furious Shoulder.
The perfect places. I'm going to aim at the Furious Breastplate first.
Plus 2 toughness.
Yep, so my strength is currently 7, 8, 9, plus 2, 4 plus will be a wound. 9
You don't have any luck, do you?
Sadly not a crit, but it is a wound.
Okay. Why? His toughness is 9.
My strength is 7.
2, 4.
Yep.
Okay. I just don't know which one I'm taking out. This one.
Okay, good. On the next location, I'll
Which
keep
one?
that 7. I'll go ahead and call it a successful roll. No, I'll hit there. That's great. A 7 is going to be another wound.
You're rolling on
Yep,
this, I
on that
assume.
one. He will do his reflex, though, won't
He
he?
will do his reflex. The butcher spins violently, smashing everything around it.
Okay.
You still have this location that's impervious.
Yep. Let's see.
All survivors in the zone of death suffer bash and knockback 5. I see you about to move your survivor. Okay, bash. Bash, I mean, we
Knockdown and knockback 5, and that'll cancel the last hit there.
Okay. Well, you should have hit it. You would have gotten 1 insanity, unless that's the guy that can't get it.
No, he can get insanity.
Alright.
Solon is going to throw her bone dart. That is a hit.
Furious Van Braces. This is the one that I...
Was that a super dense location or just impervious? Just impervious, right? We still
Yeah.
haven't hit a super dense.
No.
This is where I need to hit him in the belly.
No, it's not. It's
Oh.
a different one.
4 strength modified on the 9. Going to be dropping down to a 5. A 5 will be a wound. Another wound.
And that's just a reflex failure.
Would you like to do the killing blow?
Sure.
This has gone
1, 2, 3,
lovely.
4.
It's
Is he still facing you?
yeah.
You didn't turn around for the zone of death one?
Nope.
Okay. He just kicked you behind?
Yeah.
Alright.
He's spun. He
Speed
did a
of
twirl.
3, 6, 5.
Sure, this has been surprisingly okay.
Shh. Hits on 5s.
2 hits.
The Furious
Just don't
Gauntlet
pull a trap.
and a Furious Gut. I will do the Furious Gauntlet. I have a strength of
We're all gonna live.
4.
We're all gonna live.
Minus
Shira's
his-
fear was irrational.
Minus his toughness is 4,
Minus 9, 5.
5. Hitting on 5. Am I doing that one? Yeah, the Furious Gauntlet hits on 5s. Miss. Attacker locks eyes with the savage horror underneath the butcher's masks. Turn to face the attacker and intimidate. Intimidate. Where's intimidate?
It says mood. Down at the bottom of that card. Other side.
No, that's his instinct menace.
Oh, intimidate. Maybe it's a keyword?
Look up intimidate. Unless intimidate is roll 1d10. It's what follows, but...
sometimes that's it, but... Is it in bold?
Yeah.
It might be what follows. What's it say?
Roll 1d10 and a result of 5 plus the attacker suffers 1 brain damage per monster level.
I think that's intimidate.
Double check, please.
You
passed the eyes.
Intimidate actions cause brain damage. They do not attack survivors. You cannot spend survival to dodge them. You don't need to be adjacent. Yeah, it's just that.
Okay, roll 1d10. On a result of 5, I suffer 1 brain damage per monster level. I get brain damage. That's him. So that's taking off this box plus this.
So you're technically frenzied, but go ahead and roll to see if we finish him off.
But frenzy will give me a speed and a strength.
Yeah, but you're not worried about the speed right now. You are worried about the strength.
So it would give me another strength.
Yep.
So that's a strength of 5. So hitting on a 4.
Yeah, he will be his own doom.
Hitting on a 4.
Done.
Dead.
Done.
Yay!
Goodbye, buddy.
Bye, buddy.
Shira.
Hang on. I do want to get the D5 of insanity, please.
We did it.
9. It rounds up.
5?
I get 5 insanity.
Go ahead and read the aftermath.
Give me 1 second to make sure I don't get anything else. D5, a speed token, strength token, slow, spend survival, fighting arts, weapons. Okay, that's fine. Yay.
That was lovely.
That
worked
insane.
out so well. I feel like having a 5th survivor was kind of... Even though you kind of made it so we only had 4 survivors.
Excuse you.
Actually, the whole thing was him getting knocked down.
I should have taken this.
Him getting hit in the belly and knocked down was the biggest change in this. What could have happened.
Alright. Aftermath victory. The Butcher is an inspiration. Any victorious survivors may immediately select axe weapon proficiency, regardless of age milestones.
Does that work here? You don't think so? Like, it doesn't say anything about following the rules, but it does say we only get our weapon. We get our weapon proficiency through
collective cognition.
Collective cognition.
Any accrued ranks of weapon proficiency are lost when switching to a new weapon type. Level 1. 1 hunt experience.
Okay. So, Solon is going to be gaining a philosophy. Invested is going to be leveling up to level 2 of Deadism. And Expendable is just kind of normal.
I'll take down all those. I'll update. Keep these survivors all out.
Yep.
1 weapon proficiency level or axe proficiency level rewards. Roll 1d10.
Cocked. Oh. A 1.
Add the Butcher's level to the result. The group gains any listed resources or gear. Add them to the settlement storage. The Butcher vanishes in a flash of blinding light.
That's so disappointing.
Yep. That's it.
We could have got his axe there, right?
We could have gotten
a lot of things.
Broken Lantern resources, the cleaver. Yeah. Yep.
Okay. All right.
Hunk of living flesh.
Yep.
Forsaker mask.
Yep.
Could have gotten a lot of things.
Yep.
All right.
Is that it?
That's it. We get no resources.
Oh, good. Our settlement loves that. All right. Pull out the settlement sheet. Let's go ahead and update their timelines.
All right. So we come back.
Grab that brick.
What brick?
The thing that we follow along with.
Yeah. All right. Setup. Survivors return. Heal returning survivors. Remove tokens.
Okay. We're doing all right.
Heal. Remove all these tokens. Tokens. Get away from me. This and this. I'll take them more when I have to come out. You heal your brain. Heal returning survivors. Remove tokens. Do not remove gear. Gain endeavors. 5 endeavors, please.
5 endeavors. You realize we've not had a single death since the very beginning of this game.
Yeah, since you murdered people and sex. Update timeline. Draw settlement event card.
Draw settlement event card.
And then we have a story event as well. Stained.
We have a stained story event? Okay. Alright. Shuffling these. Again, I'm going to have you...
How do you know if the settlement event... Oh.
So sure, I'm going to grab... Just from the middle, I'm going to throw you one, okay?
Stranger in the dark.
Okay.
Roll 1d10.
There's no flavor text before it? 7.
No, there was no flavor text before it. I would have read it for you. 7. The stranger calmly explains that he has always been in the settlement. To gain 1 population, the new survivor has...
Oh, he's always been here.
The new survivor has the 0 presence secret fighting art.
0 present seat. Can we name him a name that doesn't fit with our settlement? Our settlement's been doing names that are descriptors, right?
Yeah.
So can we name him like George? Or something like that?
Why?
Samson? Just a name that completely doesn't fit. Like, he's convincing us he's always been here.
Can you open Faultless? Because it says something when you get a secret fighting art, you have to do something.
It says you gain it like normal, but
There's something else.
There's something else. You pick his name, but name him something that doesn't fit with our naming framework. Do you see what I'm saying?
I don't want it, though.
But he's lying about having always been here. They gain it as normal and suffer 1 systemic pressure or torment. So give him +1 torment.
Okay.
And what does he gain?
He gains the 0 presence.
Gain +1 strength when attacking a monster from its blind spot. Whenever you attack a monster, you are always considered to be in its blind spot.
What is it?
It's really cool.
+1 strength from blind spot. Always in blind spot.
So let's name him something deceptive then. Do you want to name him Devious?
Okay.
How about that?
Devious. Okay. He appeared through Stranger in the Dark.
He's not always been here, for any of you that are confused thinking, oh, you've always had Devious. We're pretty convinced that he just showed up randomly. He might not have. I don't know. He tells a good tale.
When someone comes to our what do they get? He gets...
Oh, he gets, when someone new joins our group, they get +1 strength, +1 evasion, +1 understanding, and 1 random knowledge. You want to draw that knowledge? Sure?
Yeah, let's wait.
Why? You just want to write it down at the moment?
Yeah. None of the new ones, I haven't given any of them really knowledges.
Okay, we'll do it when we pull them.
Pull him out. Anyone who doesn't have a knowledge, essentially, anyone new we have to give knowledge to.
Okay.
I could write. Alright, so... We called him Devious?
Devious, yep.
We're back up to 15 population. He's male. We're gonna have to start creating females. Cool. He's a stranger in the dark.
No other information from him?
What do you mean? No.
That's the whole event? Wow.
You rolled a 7.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'll take that.
Alright, Stained. Can you want to open your book to Stained?
Is it normal book or other book?
Other book.
Other book, really?
Yeah.
Looking for Stained. Oh! I tore one of my pages a little bit.
It's a good thing that we each have our own books.
Because you'd be very annoyed. Stained. Okay,
Where did you find it? What page?
Page 157. So I find this interesting because in the original game, like the People of the Lantern, you wake up with stained eyes, and here, like, the artwork's depicting it, but I don't know what it's depicting. So let's see here. With one hand balancing the ball of snoring dreamers, the Dreamkeeper deftly snatches a handful of soot moths fluttering in the lantern light. Mixed with the sweat pooling in his palms, a pungent ink coats the Dreamkeeper's enormous hand. It beckons the settlement to gather. If the settlement does not already have it, gain the face painting innovation. The settlement is inked by the Dreamkeeper. Alright, so we need an innovation. Face painting. So this is interesting. This is the first time we've seen the Dreamkeeper actually move, right?
What do you mean, move?
He just moved.
I don't know what you mean he moves.
Did you read what it just said?
It just tells everyone to gather.
No. With one hand balancing the ball.
Yeah. Keep reading.
The Dreamkeeper deftly snatches a handful of soot moths. This is the first time we've seen the Dreamkeeper move.
Physically move?
Yeah. We've gathered around him. He's been immobile so far.
Oh. I thought he was moving with my dreamism person.
I don't think so.
I have a question.
Yeah.
So, technically, when do we update the collective cognition?
When we come home?
What's the order?
I think it's in Aftermath. Why?
We need to find out, because if we update it now, we would get this collective cognition thing.
Okay, let's check.
So I need to know what's the order, because it doesn't say this on here.
No, it's not on that. It'd be... Oh, I just ripped like 3 pages.
What are you doing?
I don't know, but I'm very annoyed that I'm tearing the bottom corner of my pages.
Look up collective cognition.
I think I keep trying to turn it not far enough over, but people don't know how bugged I am about that. I already want to buy a new book now. New core rules. Rank, repeat, compulsion.
Probably under...
Campaign nodes. I think it's under Arc Survivors, but I was checking before. Philosophy deck. Knowledges.
Knowledge.
Collective cognition. When a settlement eats well, menacing forces invade the settlement. They don't provide the same kinds of enrichment that contribute to the collective cognition only the first time each level is defeated. Defeating the same level nemesis multiple times generates no additional CC. Does defeating the same level other characters generate CC?
Only when it's level 2, you get 2. And level 3, you get 3. Level 1, it's only 1.
I see.
After a victorious showdown, fill a box for defeated monsters level and update your...
Yep.
I would say right away.
Once the Aftermath is resolved, update the settlement victory section.
What's Aftermath?
Aftermath is what we do after we defeat the creature. Yeah, so 100%.
6.
Oh, we moved to 6?
Yeah. So we'll get 2 things.
Okay. If the settlement's collective cognition is 5+, a suspicious survivor is repulsed by the acrid smell. Nominate a survivor. They gain +1 per evasion and proceed to the 9+ result. Interesting. So we don't have to roll. Okay, so we're gaining...
Our new guy's getting it.
Our new guy? Why?
I want it to be devious.
Okay.
He appeared.
Alright, we're gaining face painting, Shira.
Yeah.
Face painting is a innovation. It allows us to It allows us to put on battle paint or attach the founder's eye. You want to read what those do?
So we can innovate it. We can't do it right now.
We have it. We've innovated it.
What do you mean?
We can use an endeavor to do it.
We can endeavor. Yeah, I'm saying you can't. Battle paint is roll 1d10, laughing stock, nothing happens. Death paint ceremony, departing survivors gain +2 survival and +1 insanity. That's fun. And then the founder's eye, accidental mass, nothing happens. Gain +1 to all rolls on the intimacy story event, the settlement phase. Nice.
Yeah. Okay, so what you're saying is we're not going to do the inked roll. We're instead going to do the nominate a survivor.
Correct.
How would you not do this, though? if you'd hunted only the Crimson Croc at this point?
You can't. That's the thing, because it happens after your Nemesis encounter. And so, like, you would have had 1 from your prologue, 1 from your first Crimson Croc, that's 2. The Butcher automatically gives you 3.
So if you lose.
If you've been losing?
If you lost to the Butcher.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you lost to the Butcher.
That's the only way, because we won. Okay, so we nominated Devious. So Devious gains +1 evasion.
Nominate a survivor to linger behind, watching the Dreamkeeper place its mark on each survivor's eyes. Doubt creeps into their mind as their turn approaches. Why would the Dreamkeeper share such a blessing? Survivor drags their heels as they take their place among the stain. They gain +3 Lumi and the knowledge serial code.
Want to find it?
You give him +1 evasion?
I did.
Where's serial code living, though? What do you think? Starting knowledges, maybe?
I would check there.
Darkness, despair, fear, hunger. Nope, not here. So where would it be?
Check under monster, maybe?
Is there a monster one?
Or check under stained? Gains the serial code knowledge.
There's a faceism. Stoneheart, unyielding. No. Gormism, Humilism, Imperialism, Lanternism, Monster knowledges? It's gotta be here, right?
I don't know.
No. You want me to keep on looking for it while you move the game forward? Is there anything else we need to do?
Yeah, can you hand me the next 2 rewards for the collective cognition?
The next 2 rewards for collective cognition. What are the next 2 rewards?
5 and 6.
Oh,
it's a deck.
They're
remember?
gonna be right here.
Yeah.
I kind of want to listen to these though. Should I find this, or should we take the time to find it real quick?
Yeah, I want to know what it is.
Okay, I'm gonna read through the ones that we have: Vermalism, Survivalism, Starting Knowledges, Romanticism, Regalism, Philosophies, Optimism, Munster Knowledges, Marrowism, Lanternism, Impermanism, Homicidalism, Gourmandism, Facism, Dreamism, Deadism, Collective Cognition Milestones.
Look under Dreamism. We got it from the Dreamkeeper.
Under Dreamism. Serial code. Good call.
It's like I have to hear all my choices. Alright. Serial code. Theory. The theory is an inkling of an idea that currently has no effect. With enough observation, it might advance into something useful. When you depart after the settlement has witnessed the game. Gain +1. When's the game?
It's in the future.
How do you know?
I've seen pictures in the book, but I don't know what it's related to.
It's 11. Lantern Year 11.
He's playing with us.
Great. Alright, so Devious.
Do we just hit 5 and 6 right now?
Yeah.
Wow.
We added 3 + 3.
Wow.
Observation. When you depart after witnessing. That's so specific. The what?
The dream, the game.
The game. So this is a Lantern Year 11. Gain +1 box. And all it takes is +1 box.
So let's just leave him to Lantern Year 11 and have him depart then.
Yeah.
Perfect.
He's gonna hang out.
Okay, 5. Comprehensive construction. Gain the forum settlement location. Excitement fills the settlement as they finish construction of the forum. This Lantern Year, whenever a survivor gains knowledge from the forum, they also gain +1 Lumi.
Interesting.
We've been waiting for this, because this is where we actually spend our Lumi.
What does this gain? Okay. Gain forum.
Forum. Knowledge cards. During the settlement phase, setup. Shuffle the knowledge deck and place 3 cards face up next to the forum. Survivors may gain one of these knowledge cards by spending the Lumi cost listed on the card and returning it to the deck. You can also spend Lumi in order to unlock various different things. Rigorous study. Draw an additional random knowledge card and add it to the forum by placing it face up next to this. Mentorship. Eventually will allow us to gain Hunt XP. Philosophy lecture. And that's based off of the amount of collective cognition we have. So we don't quite have that amount yet. But we will get the chance. Can I please have that knowledge card? Good. So this lantern year, if we would like, we could spend the collective cognition we've been gaining.
Not spend collective cognition, spend the Lumi.
Yep. In order to gain Darkness 2.
That one's fun.
Despair 1. Or Guardian 1. Alright, not my favorites.
You don't like Darkness?
It's going to let you +1 on your brain trauma rolls. It's not the worst. I don't know that I would trade it for anything that I have currently, though. I might add it to someone who doesn't have anything, though.
Yeah.
Okay, and we need number 6, right? Crimson Crocodile Cuisine. Attain the Blood Dancer Crimson Crocodile Knowledge card. Blood Dancer Crimson Croc. What would the Crimson Croc be underneath?
Under Monster.
Under Monster, okay.
What is it called? Blood Dancer?
Blood Dancer, yep. Blood Dancer, theory. An inkling of an idea that currently has no effect. With enough observation, the theory may be advanced to something useful. When you gain a bleeding token, stick one on this. We're going to upgrade this very quickly.
What does it say?
Nominate a survivor to gain it, then share it on the forum with a Lumi token. If anyone gains this lantern year, they'll also gain 1 Lumi.
Who do we want to nominate? My passive person?
They gain so much bleed at the moment. You have a whole armor.
But it's not specifically to this person. It's this armor set, who I take out with other people.
Yeah.
That's why I'm asking.
Give it to whoever you want. We'll probably have 2 or 3 people gain it, actually.
Oh, cost 0?
Because it'll cost nothing and it'll give them Lumia back.
And it'll give you 1 when you buy something at this location. You get 2. What did that say?
The first one?
No, this one.
This one. You'll gain a Lumi by adding that card on.
That is when you take something from the forum, you get a Lumi.
And so it'll give you 2 Lumi if you apply Blood Dancer to yourself.
I'll give everyone that I'm taking out Blood Dancer. You get Blood Dancer. You get Blood Dancer.
We'll see. We'll go through the stats after this. Any other thing we need to do before we start picking a gear? So what we do is we do gear, as you saw at the beginning of the episode, because
we have
all
nothing to buy.
activate.
We have no resources.
But we do have endeavors, so we'll apply those.
I'm just saying.
Okay. That's an episode?
That's an episode. Who are we fighting next?
I think a level 2 Crimson Croc.
You're taking up to a level 2?
I think so. Do you not think so? I feel pretty confident.
Sure.
What do you think?
I was terrified to advance to my first level 2. Sure.
We just annihilated the Butcher.
What's our next collective cognition? That would get us to our next one. So I would do it.
That'd be pretty nice.
For the next 2 fights for the level 2, we would get it. We can also do level 2 Stalmog Singers.
No, thank
la,
you.
La, 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 la.
Thank you for watching. Thank you for being here. Whatever the case.
Whatever you do, remember to do the important thing.
Get out and play some games.
That was a very good butcher fight.
We'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.
We butchered the butcher.